out the gate, boy. What would we do? What would we do?
Been around the world, yeah. Love that song. Guys, welcome back.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We are here for you every Monday, as you know. Remember, you can get us on iTunes and Spotify. And if you have any other platform you want us to be on, please get at us and let us know. We're happy to do that.
You can email us at agendabegay@gmail.com
Or get at us on Instagram at @thedelon.com.
or at chic_shanter.
I'm nervous about this one. I'm nervous. I am.
Don't be nervous. Well, I'm excited to hear about what you have to say, but
Drama.
'tis the season.
Oh.
As we come along Halloween, I had suggested that we talk about something really scary and really, spooky. Something that's permeating our culture these days, left and right.
It's terrible.
Ghosting.
I know, it's so true.
Phantasma! Oh my god, talk about fucking horror.
I know, ghosting is
It's
terrible.
the worst. It's awful.
We mentioned this on the podcast before. I'm totally a ghoster.
And you know what?
Call me Casper, bitch. Call me Casper.
Black Casper. There's of course both sides, because I too have been, I've been a ghoster and the ghosted.
Okay. We should explain what, for those of you who don't know what ghosting is, right?
Yeah, like it's not anything fun.
Is it?
Not anything hot.
So ghosting is essentially when you are in conversation with somebody that romantically, or I guess any kind of relationship, and they just basically disappear, right?
Literally,
They stop texting, they stop calling, they don't show up, they're no longer present. So that's what ghosting is.
So I talked to this guy on Tinder, seemed like a nice guy, and a conversation's actually happened. I was like, oh, okay. Responses in a timely manner. Oh, okay. Sounds
Unicorn.
good. Yeah, I was like, yeah, literally, like, can't wait. So he had work in another city, and so he couldn't meet in the time that we were talking at the time, immediately. Fine, great. Kept some conversation on in the week, and he's like, when are you available in this coming week? When he was back. And I told him, super busy. This girl is a dual city bitch.
Okay.
So very limited time.
Right.
Lots of things happening. It's hard to fill in everybody in the limited time I have. So he was being blessed by me
With
giving
your time.
him.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I said, I can meet you on this day or this day. And this day's a maybe because it's a big work day for me, but I'm willing to squeeze that moment in.
You are right.
And so he said, well, how about that one? And we can talk about it closer to the date. I said, sure.
Okay. We're grown, we're adults.
Yeah. So, weeks coming by, I don't sweat it. Wednesday, I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's it good? Next day responds, good, busy week. How's your week been?
You responded the next day.
Yeah.
No.
And he said, good, how's your, blah, 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 how's your week been? Sweet. I was like, oh, good, I'm back in Boston now, blah, blah, blah. Didn't mention us meeting. It was a Sunday that we were going to meet, potentially. And we were going to check in about later. Didn't mention anything about that. Friday comes around, nothing. Fine. Saturday comes around, we should probably talk about this.
Safe to say, tomorrow.
Didn't hear anything from him. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to send a simple happy weekend.
Yeah.
And I did. No response. Okay. Sunday comes around, I'm like, wow. I'm just so I have clear conscience, I'm gonna send one more, hey, so-and-so, if you're still interested in meeting, let me know.
Girl, you went above and beyond.
Right.
You were clear.
Because I wanted to have I didn't ghost you.
Right.
And I also gave you the opportunity to be a man and step up. and let me know.
Right.
And so, no response. It is now
Past the time.
plenty of time, and I still haven't heard.
Here's the reason why I feel like people ghost. As somebody who ghosts.
I've also ghosted.
Yeah,
people.
I feel like it's because it's easier. In my situation, I was just like, I was kind of lukewarm anyway about it. And then the texting wasn't happening, and then it got back really late to me about about setting up a date, and then I was just like, you know what, forget it. It's easier for me to do that than go like, I just don't think this is working out because you have to do that in person. You can't do that via text.
Right, and that's the tough thing. It's like you have to get the comfortability to be like, hey, let's meet for a coffee, or like, yeah, let's meet. I'd love to. And someone did that for me.
I know. I thought about you with my situation recently because I was like, that Brandon had that guy that they met for coffee, and he said it's just not working out. But like, oh my god, it's such an ordeal. But that person's worth it because they're a human being. So you should be able to look at them in the eyes and be like, no, this is not gonna work out. What is making this very easy and accessible, this ghosting phenomenon, this thing that we're experiencing and also doing, is the transactionalness of our interactions. It's what's enabling us to do that. So we're meeting on apps. And we have, I'm not just we're gonna meet for a coffee. I'm not just gonna get up and walk away. I can't do that because it's nothing to do. And if I did, I'd be an asshole, I'd be a terrible person. But there's an anonymity, there's a lack of investment on these apps. And so you can't just, anything. No, I can just delete a profile and be like, you don't matter, right?
Mm-hmm. What I've learned is it's kind of worthless to get angry or mad about it at this point because it's become so normalized and normal.
Right.
Now you just kind of have to stop and be like, oh, I was ghosted. Nobody teaches you how to communicate in certain ways that are tough. Never.
Yeah.
Or we certainly haven't had that in our upbringing.
This is how you have hard conversations even, right?
And so
emotional conversations. Thank you, Brandon.
And so it's we can be hard on ourselves because we know as good people we shouldn't be doing that. But like also it's our learning curve. We are learning how to deal with hard shit. And the longer it goes, the harder it stays. But the sooner we do it in this more fully formed emotional person, the more we can, I think, manage that doesn't become the trend with us. That we're not doing that to others.
Wow, that's really interesting. It's interesting to think about how that's like the inability to actually have hard conversations stems from family and or culture, right? So we're like, I hate to go back to Christianity, but I feel like we like to have veneers on things. We like Christmas to be lights, and we like all these things to like look like it's a certain thing where there's an underbelly to everything, right? Your body might be amazing. You might have amazing teeth. You might look like on Instagram you have this great relationship, but there's an underbelly to everything, and you have to be able to address that. If you're not brought up having those hard conversations, if you can't talk about emotions or talking about how you feel with one another, and it's just swept under the rug, how can you even be able to deal with those things on a regular basis, in your life?
Yeah, for all of us out there that have been ghosted or have been ghosters, I think the nugget, the gem of this moment, this conversation, is that do unto others as you would have done to you, right?
Well, you better, and you better. I brought in Christianity.
Yeah,
you brought
I
it right
did.
back. You better.
And it's again easier said than done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But we've got to swallow that pill. It is hard to swallow, but like we have to.
Gulp. I tell you what, though, I'm staying single for a while, girl.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm ready.
Well, I'm ready too. I thought I was
You're
ready.
staying single, gentlemen. I'm not.
She's ready to date. You know her face. You know where she's at.
New York, Boston.
Okay.
DC.
Oh, really?
Why not? It's in between.
Why
right?
not?
Something, I don't know.
Okay, it's 4 hours from New York. You can email us at agendatogay@gmail.com if you want to date Brandon. I'm going to say single for a while, so
but you can
just send me nudes.
Yeah, but on Grindr, Scruff,
Instagram.
And
Send me your nudes.
Which they can find at
@thedelon.com.
And for me, at chic_chanter.
She really likes dick pics. Please remember to subscribe. We are here every Monday for you guys. You can get us on iTunes and Spotify. Until next Monday?
Yeah.
This has been Whose Agenda?
Oh, your agenda?
Oh, my agenda. Our gay agenda.
What would we do without the gay boy? What would we do? What would we do?